Your morning routine is not failing because you lack discipline. It fails because it is built like a perfect house on a shaky foundation. You wake up, you try to force a sequence of habits, and it works for 3 days. Then one bad night, one early meeting, one sick kid, one travel day, and the whole thing collapses. That is not a character flaw, that is a design flaw. Most routines are designed for an ideal morning. But your real life runs on variable mornings. Different sleep, different stress, different time, different energy. So the routine becomes fragile. And when it breaks, you feel like you broke. The fix is not to try harder. The fix is to build a routine that can bend without snapping. A routine that has a minimum version, a normal version, and an optional version. Same identity, different intensity. Once you understand that, mornings stop being a daily test. They become a system you can actually keep. Moving to slide 2. Here is the hidden mechanism. Habits stick when the cue is stable. Most people pick a cue like, after I wake up. But waking up is not one moment. It is a whole messy transition. Alarm, snooze, phone, bathroom, kids, pets, messages. Your brain treats that as noise, so the routine starts late, or it starts differently, and your habit never gets a clean trigger. Then you try to compensate by adding rules. No phone, cold shower, journal first. And the routine becomes even more brittle. A better cue is something that happens the same way almost every time. Something physical, something with a clear start and end. For example, after I start the kettle, after I brush my teeth, after I put my feet on the floor. Those are clean cues. If your routine never sticks, check your cue first. It is usually the weak link, not your motivation. Moving to slide 3. Another reason routines fall apart is time math. People design a morning routine like a wish list. 10 minutes of stretching, 15 minutes of reading, 20 minutes of planning, 10 minutes of meditation, and somehow it all fits. But then real time shows up. You hit traffic in your own kitchen. The coffee takes longer. You cannot find your keys. You scroll for a second, and it turns into 8 minutes. When the routine is time optimistic, it creates a daily failure loop. You start behind, you rush, you skip steps, and your brain learns that the routine equals stress, so you avoid it. The fix is to build with brutal honesty. Measure how long things actually take. Then cut the routine in half. Yes, half. Leave slack on purpose. Slack is not laziness. Slack is what makes a system reliable. It is the difference between a plan and a plan that survives real life. Moving to slide 4. Let us talk about willpower. Mornings feel like they should be high willpower because you are fresh. But for many people, mornings are decision-heavy. What do I wear? What do I eat? What is first? What is urgent? What did I miss? Decision fatigue is not dramatic. It is subtle. Your brain starts picking the easiest option, not the best one. If your routine requires a lot of choices, it will not stick, because every choice is a chance to negotiate. And negotiation is where routines go to die. So remove decisions. Pre-decide the sequence. Pre-decide the environment. Even pre-decide the words you will use for your first action. It can be as simple as kettle, bathroom, 5-minute reset. Same order, every time. The goal is not a perfect morning. The goal is a morning that runs with low mental friction. Moving to slide 5. A lot of morning routines fail because they start with self-improvement instead of self-regulation. You wake up and immediately try to do hard things. Workout, deep work, cold exposure, big goals. But your nervous system might not be ready for that. If you woke up already stressed, stacking intensity on top can backfire. It makes the routine feel punishing, and your brain starts associating mornings with pressure. Try flipping the order. First regulate, then accelerate. Regulation is basic. Light, water, a few slow breaths, a short walk to the window, a quick tidy of one surface. Something that tells your body, we are safe, and we are awake. Then, if you have the capacity, you add the performance layer. If you do not, you still did the part that stabilizes your day. This is why a tiny routine can outperform an ambitious one. It meets you where you actually are. Moving to slide 6. Here is a mistake that sounds productive. You build a routine around outcomes. Lose weight, be calm, be focused. But outcomes are not actions. They do not tell your brain what to do at 7:12 a.m. What sticks is identity plus process. Identity is the kind of person you are practicing being. Process is the smallest repeatable action that proves it. So instead of "I want a calm morning," you'd choose "I am a person who creates a calm start." Then the process might be "I clear one surface and write 3 lines." Instead of "I want to be fit," you choose "I am a person who moves daily." Then the process might be "I do 5 minutes of mobility while the kettle heats." This matters because identity survives imperfect days. If you miss the full routine, you can still do the smallest proof. And your brain keeps the story intact. That story is what makes habits durable. Moving to slide 7. Let us build the alternative. Think in tiers. Tier 1 is the minimum. It is so small it feels almost silly. But it is non-negotiable.
Tier 2 is the standard. This is what you do on a normal day.
Tier 3 is the expanded version. This is for high-energy mornings, weekends, or days with extra time. Here is the rule. Tier 1 must take 5 minutes or less. It must cover 3 functions: wake the body, aim the mind, reduce friction for later. A simple example. Drink water, open the curtains, write 1 sentence about the most important task, then place 1 object you will need for that task where you cannot miss it. That is a routine. It is short, it is functional, and it scales. When you build tiers, you stop having an all-or-nothing relationship with your mornings. Moving to slide 8. Now we make it stick by designing the environment. People think routines live in their calendar. They actually live in their space. If the first step requires searching, you will skip it. If the second step requires moving things, you will delay it. If the third step requires opening an app, you will get distracted. So set the stage the night before, but keep it minimal. 1 bottle or glass ready, 1 notebook and pen in 1 place, 1 clear surface, 1 piece of equipment if you use it. And remove 1 obstacle.
Put the phone to charge outside the bedroom, or place it behind something, so it is not the first object your hand finds. This is not about being strict. It is about making the desired action the path of least resistance. When the environment does the reminding, you do not have to rely on memory. And memory is unreliable at 6 a.m. Moving to slide 9. One more big reason routines fail. People try to change 5 things at once. They redesign their whole morning, and it feels exciting. Then it feels heavy. Your brain does not like heavy. It likes familiar. So use the anchor method. Keep most of your morning the same. Add 1 anchor habit that is easy to repeat. Then attach 1 small habit to it. Example: your anchor is making coffee or tea. The attached habit is 2 minutes of mobility, or writing the first line of a plan, or packing 1 item you will need later. After a week or 2, you can attach a second small habit, but only when the first one feels automatic. This is slower than a full transformation, but it is stable. And stability is what you are missing. If you want a routine that lasts, think like an engineer. Change 1 variable. Observe. Moving to slide 10. Let us handle the most common sabotage: the phone. If your routine starts with a screen, you are letting the outside world choose your mood. Messages, headlines, notifications, random content. It hijacks attention before you have any direction. This is not about demonizing technology. It is about sequence. Try a simple rule. No input before output. Output means you do 1 action that comes from you, not from the world. Write 1 sentence. Do 1 short stretch. Drink water and open light. Even packing your bag counts. Then you can check your phone with less reactivity. If you need your phone for music or a timer, use it in a lockdown way. 1 playlist, 1 timer, no scrolling. The point is to protect the first 5 minutes. That is when your day gets its steering wheel. Moving to slide 11. Even with a great design, you will have days where it breaks,
That is normal. The difference is what you do next. Most people use a broken day as evidence. See, I cannot keep routines. Then they spiral into a week off. Instead, use a reset protocol. A reset protocol is a tiny script you follow when you fall off. It removes drama. Here is a simple one. Step 1. Do the minimum tier the next morning, even if it is late. Step 2. Identify the breakpoint. Was it sleep, schedule, or environment? Step 3. Adjust one thing for tonight. Phone placement, clothes ready, earlier cutoff. Notice what we did not do. We did not punish ourselves. We did not redesign everything. Consistency is not perfection. It is returning quickly. If you build a reset protocol, your routine stops being fragile. It becomes resilient. Moving to slide 12. Now let us make it practical. Here is a template you can copy and customize. Minimum tier, 5 minutes. Drink water, light exposure by a window. 1 sentence plan. Place 1 object for your first task. Standard tier, 15 to 20 minutes. Add 5 minutes of movement. Add a quick review of your day. Not a full planning session, just the next 2 priorities and 1 risk. Expanded tier, 30 to 45 minutes. Add a longer workout or a longer walk. Add deeper journaling or reading. Add a bigger prep step like meal prep basics or a full workspace setup. Notice the pattern. The first 4 actions are the same across all tiers. That is the spine. And keep the routine neutral. No moral language. You did it or you did not. Data, not judgment. If you want this to stick, pick your spine first. Then decide how much time you have on a given day. Moving to slide 13. One last piece. You need a way to track without turning it into a performance. If you track too much, you will quit tracking. If you track nothing, you will rely on vibes, and vibes are unreliable. Use a 2-question check-in. Question 1. Did I do the minimum tier? Yes or no? Question 2. What was the main blocker? Sleep, time, stress, environment, or something else? That is it. After 2 weeks, patterns show up. Maybe the routine fails on days with late-night screen time. Maybe it fails when you do not stage your space. Maybe it fails when you try to add too much. Then you adjust 1 lever. This is how you turn a morning routine into a feedback loop, a calm one. You are not trying to win mornings. You are trying to learn what makes your mornings work. Moving to slide 14. So here is the real takeaway. Your morning routine never sticks when it depends on perfect conditions, high motivation, and lots of decisions. That is a fragile setup. What works is a routine designed for real life. Clean cues, honest timing, low decisions, a regulation-first start, a 3-tier structure, and a reset protocol for broken days. If you want to start right after this, do one thing. Write your minimum tier on a small card. 4 steps, 5 minutes. Then stage the first object tonight, so the cue is obvious. And if you want more systems like this, subscribe for practical behavior design that does not rely on hype. Now I am curious. In the comments, which is harder for you? Mornings with too little time, or mornings with low energy? Pick A or B. This information is not a substitute for medical advice. Recovery drives performance. Performance drives longevity.